James will offer a toast to the newlyweds.
Thank you. Got pulled over earlier, just a quick hotel message before I begin. The owner of our red trolley parked outside. Red trolley parked outside. The lights are on. Just make sure you grab those, please. And also for the wedding crashers that we actually saw earlier, you know who you are. Can't believe you made it this far. But congratulations. But honestly, if you don't know Brian, now's a fantastic time to go to the open bar. So just head over there. Get them? Oh, they're good. They are good. Okay. To begin, I'd like to first thank and congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Ken for a wonderful evening. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the evening when my speech is over. And also for Mr. and Mrs. Hayes for a wonderful night last night. And I will say that I went to bed earlier than both of them. That was tough. That was a tough reality check. Kind, honest, loyal, talented, handsome, and generous are just a few words that Brian used to describe me in my way. I know you guys weren't there, but I just want to get you up to speed. Now I knew we were going to be buddies right away in first grade because I hated spelling bees. So much that before it was even my turn, I was already crying hysterical. So yeah, big man on campus was not really going my way in spelling bees. So I pretty much felt alone all the time in that class. And thank God that one day after that, there was a boy named Brian Hayes, and he spilled his glue. And as I watched him cry hysterical for 2 hours, I said to myself, get to know that guy. And from there on, we were a good little pack, two, and we were never alone again from first grade all the way straight through Boston College. Now, remarkably, he's a natural lefty, which, by the way, how did he get through Catholic school, natural lefty, is ridiculous. That just doesn't even happen. And to have a best friend that's a lefty, naturally, it's like a leprechaun jumping out. It's just, how do you have that? And I just remember, seeing him the first time, and again, you're a child, and you're young, and you see that lefty, and he's writing upside down, and he's wiping away exactly what he's writing. And you're sitting there as a kid watching, like, dude, doing? Just can't fathom. So we shared a lot of things growing up, but we always ran over to each other's homes to find out what the next big thing was, the gift for Christmas or the birthday gift. So we're always running over to each other's house. At one point I had a keyboard. Sorry, Mom, never went anywhere with that. Brian had a trumpet. You really couldn't share that. I don't recommend it either, trying to play someone else's trumpet. But he had the acoustic guitar and the electric guitar. So, Brian, I gotta give you the points for that one. That was great going over your house. In my house, we had a forest and a huge pond. We went over to Brian's house and he had a 25-yard cliffed dingle, which I don't know, is that a fake river or something? I had to figure that one out. That would basically steal all our soccer balls and basketballs. Mr. and Mrs. Hayes, a fence. So all we needed was a fence in that yard. Really nice. And so I got the points for that one. Then we had the family dog. The dog was fun and chased around the yard. You go over to Brian's house and he had a caged bird. There really wasn't much you could do with that bird, and I'm pretty sure it annoyed everyone at dinner just tweeting away. I couldn't even feed the bird. It was not. So points to me on that one. I had a pool table downstairs growing up where my father and I would learn how to play, and then later on in high school I would come over and we'd play pool. And then Mr. and Mrs. Hayes, they got a pool. They had a full pool in the backyard, and I was like, wow, okay. Now we're over here in the summertime. Brian, I'll give you that one, you trumped it. Brian had the first weightlifting machine, all the gadgets on it. I had the Rocky Balboa father and son chop wood and stack. Nobody came over my house on Saturday afternoons. Didn't get me any bigger either, Dad. We had the classic dinner bell, which at the time the neighbors were like, wow, I can't believe they come in the yard and the dinner bell's ringing. That's pretty impressive. Brian had the intercom system in his bedroom. We don't even have intercom systems now at home. I don't even know how in the world you guys have an intercom system. So that Brian, pull it to you, that was points, that was just futuristic. That was just fantastic. I had a hamper in our house, so anytime you wanted to go out, you had to clean your room. Sorry, Mom, you took your clothes and threw them down the hamper and you're out the door. That was it. Brian's room was a disaster. Floor, the clothes in the closet. Every time I went over there, you had to do a chore, which was basic cleaning. And I never saw my best friend on a Saturday afternoon. He just never showed up. Brian challenged the no hats in the house rule. My father lost miserably. The hats were always off in the house. I challenged Mrs. Hayes at one dinner and told her that the milk was spoiled. Now, things got really quiet on the table, and she goes, no, it's not, just have it. And about a minute later, she stands up, she goes to the refrigerator, she opens up another milk, and goes, here. And I literally just go over and I go, big